mark the year of the new console war, as Sony and Microsoft are set to go head-to-head with another round of next-generation gaming releases. Before you start saving money and looking at pre-order options, learn everything there is to know about the consoles, including specs, performance, and some of the launch games. By the end, you'll be able to tell if you're leaning towards Sony's PS5 or the newest version of the Xbox. The names. Ever since the early 90s, Sony has kept things pretty simple with their console names. It's definitely not complicated to follow their timeline, and they are sticking with tradition with the aptly named PlayStation 5, or simply shortened to the PS5. Now, the Xbox is a whole different story. After the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One, we've had numerous code names over the years, with the company now referring to their newest project as Scarlet. Rumors have persisted that the console will be called the Xbox 2, but there's been nothing confirmed yet. Maybe ditching the numbers would be a good thing, because there's no pattern or rhyme or reason to the release scheme. We've heard all different nicknames for the Xbox over the years, including Infinite, the Bill Gates machine, Computer Console, Xbox 720, the Extreme Box, the Anaconda, and also Lockhart. For the sake of the video, we'll stick with Scarlet. Either way, the only thing that matters is knowing the exact name to tell your parents when the release rolls around so you're ready to play on day one with the right console. Release date. For the next generation of consoles, there's not going to be a head start for either Sony or Microsoft. Both companies have slated their release schedules for the 2020 holiday season. Santa's sleigh is sure going to be filled with a whole lot of hardware come Christmas 2020. The holiday season is a traditional time for a new console release. But don't be surprised if the final announced date is more towards late October or early November. Basically, Sony and Microsoft want these consoles to be fully stocked and ready to go by the time Black Friday rolls around. Following the trends of previous releases, do not expect the new consoles to have any sale prices at launch. When holiday sales do launch, some retailers may offer gift card bonuses with the console, but the main sales will probably be on launch titles or accessories like extra controllers. SSD and cloud gaming. One of the biggest innovations for both the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet is the implementation of the solid-state drive, or SSD for short. There's no more spinning hard drives in the console, which will not only quiet down the devices, but dramatically increase the speeds in which games load. Using an SSD harkens back to the non-loading times found on cartridge games, but at a much larger scale. Games will load incredibly fast, transitions between areas will feel seamless, and game developers can dramatically expand the sandbox we have to play in. With hard drive space constantly being a struggle for larger game libraries, Sony has already announced a unique capability for the PS5. These solid-state drives will have the ability to only install specific parts of a game. For example, if you want the newest Call of Duty game, you have the option of installing just the single-player mode, or just the multiplayer mode. You'll save an incredible amount of game space by opting out for the whole download. Plus, you'll be able to have the download complete much faster with less data. Along with the SSD, both the PS5 and Scarlet will have cloud gaming features, game streams, and the ability for remote play on a variety of devices. Graphics. Every time a new generation of consoles gets released, we are wowed by the impressive graphics and details showcased in the design, and it will be no different with the PS5 and Scarlet. Games will all run in 4K with impressive visuals right from the start. There will be no need to wait it out for the PS5 Pro or the Xbox Scarlet Super Scarlet. Along with the 4K capability, Sony has announced plans for 8K resolution options in the future. Besides the improved pixels, one of the graphic elements which makes gameplay truly shine is the implementation of ray tracing. Already featured in a number of high-end gaming PCs, ray tracing is an incredible graphical feature, which much more closely emulates real-time lighting techniques. While the Microsoft Scarlet is rumored to have full-fledged ray tracing, the PS5 will feature a form known as ray tracing acceleration. Basically, franchises like Grand Theft Auto or Cyberpunk 2077 will feel more real than ever with impressive lighting, shadows, and the ability to realistically showcase lighting details on all types of materials, including water, stone, and even leather jackets. The lighting will be a huge asset to games. Just imagine Assassin's Creed Origins with even better graphics. It's a little hard to fathom, but will usher in a whole world of realistic gaming. Controllers. One of the biggest trademarks with Sony and Microsoft are the controllers they've released for their consoles. For the Scarlet, expect more of the same, with the ability to use previous Xbox controllers along with the newer Pro models. Sony's DualShock line has gone through a completely new upgrade, and while the name is not official yet, we can pretty much call the thing the DualShock 5. And wow, what a game!